Closest we can get is my buddy's got a big ass table in his house, and it's an oversized 9-foot table. It's the closest we can get to a 10-footer, which is what you would know as a small snooker table. And he's got it. I said, it's a harder game to play with pointed pockets, like American pockets, because the pockets aren't round. We have those nice pointy pockets. And playing off of those is a fucking nightmare. I said, but we do have a full-size set of snooker balls. Are you taking the piss right now? Dude, do you know what my best run is? I usually hit a 40 to 47 on my average break. I was like, oh, that's nice. Dick does that too. I said, my first run on his snooker balls, I hit a 58. My second one, I hit my century. And he went, all right, fuck you.
Yeah.
Which, you know, honestly, if you put me on a 12-foot snooker table with small balls, oh, I couldn't do anything. Absolutely not. I would be like, if you put, well, I mean, I've played on full-size 6x12s with round pockets, proper small balls and everything. Oh, God. I mean, I'm used to shooting American pull with an 11.5 to 12 millimeter shaft, which is drastically smaller than everyone else, the typical 13 to 13.5 that everyone else uses. The pull cue I shoot with is half the diameter of your average pull cue. And a snooker cue is a little bit more than half of what mine is.
10 mil.
And my buddy brought one back from Scotland that's a custom 8.5. And Jesus fuck. The level and I got to play it. Oh, dude, I play 9-ball with it when I'm at his house. I'll play 9-ball with that cue over mine. I won't break with it, obviously, or hit hard shots. But when I want to make a ball run, that's the cue I grab. The level of precision in English that I can put on that ball in pinpoint accuracy is goddamn unreal compared to what I can do with mine. I am moving up on these bitches. I gotta pick a new country, maybe. But, yeah, so I got on a roll and I ran a couple racks, and then Paul came over to me. He's like, and he's a big old scruffy U.S. Marine from 40 years ago. He's a hardcore old man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know the type I'm talking about. And no, he's like, hey, you need to slow down, young man. I'm going to buy you a drink and play a little nicer. And I said, you're right. My position has been absolute shit so far. And then I started pinpointing the cue ball. He's like, that is not what I meant, you cocky assholes. And so on the last game we played, Abel told me, he was like, all right, if you're any semblance of man, you will bank the 8-ball. And I said, all right, semblance of a man means 1 bank. What would make me a full man in your eyes, Abel? He said, make it 2 banks. And it was sitting over on the side cushion near the corner. And it's about 6 inches up from the corner pocket and about 1 inch off the rail. And I said, all right. And I pointed to the side pocket on the same side of the table as that ball, but, you know, up from it. I said, side pocket. And he goes, there's no fucking way. That shot cannot be made. And I said, Abel, how much money you got in your pocket? Come on, man. You always feeling froggy. I'm jumping. You're on the pond with me. And he says, make it, I'll buy you drinks. I went, all right, cool. 3 rails, side pocket. No. And it went off the side rail, off the bottom rail, shallow onto the third on the other side of the table, and then the English carries it over to the side. And yeah, I can make that shot 6 times out of 10. It just, I got lucky and it happened to be one of the 6 out of 10. But it couldn't have been at better timing. It was just like one of them times you just metaphorically get to whip your dick out and go, ha 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 ha. And it's just, it's the same exact mental concept and thing happening with your brain as when you were in Haki and judo fights back in the day. You know, especially when you knew more and were better trained than whoever you were going against. You could, it was almost like they were going in slow-mo at times. You could see what they were doing.
Oh, yeah.
You already knew what was coming. You knew how to counteract it. And you were already in motion before they finished what they were doing.
Yeah.
The billiards is the same way with your mind. You will see somebody doing something. Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's something I would love to see as some film or something of you fucking fighting. I bet you were a bad motherfucker back in the day.
Oh, just an art, just a skill. Can't replicate, can't make it up. You know what I mean? It's just something you just go and learn. I don't feel proud for being that guy, but you know what I mean? It's good to have it. I've always known that. That's what kept me going.
Shit, I'll tell you right now, if I was in your position, I would have a fucking school and I would be teaching people.
Yeah, but there's no money.
I don't know if it works the same over there. My buddy makes like 80 grand a year here just running a taekwondo school. So,
yeah.
And he has not won any kind of world championship or national or anything.
Oh.
But yeah, I tell you, one thing I've been thinking about doing, there's a company here in the U.S. that does firearms training for like law enforcement, contractors, civilians, people that want to pay like in thousands of dollars to go learn how to shoot from people who know how to shoot. And I was flattered they offered me a job to teach people shooting long range rifles and how to gauge distance and shit like that and make adjustments on the fly. And not quite sniper grade shooting, but advanced Kentucky windage, as I like to call it. And hope I wind up with some decent fuckers.
I'm gonna do a running stab. I've never timed it right yet.
Oh, I tell you, I've got the timing on the machete down, something fierce. I've been knocking them down, killing them with 3 hits. As long as you catch them with the first strike on the machete, before they're aggroed, right down.
Oh fuck, that's awful.
And this is also why I just started carrying 5-6 magazines. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. Then I'm going to run this one thing after I smoke, and if it'll handle it, I'll jump in there.
I'll be going off soon.
Okay, well, if you're off before I get back, I'll catch you tomorrow, sir.
Okay. Comes on.